Hello Vainglory community, I'm Playoff Beard here with a Midsummer developer update. We always knew that perfecting the 5-minute Vainglory experience would be a challenge, and the release of talents for Brawl game modes has been equal parts exciting and humbling. As a company and a community, we hit a major promised milestone for 2017, and player participation in Blitz, Battle Royale, and talents has sharply spiked. That said, between the data and the community feedback, we've also learned there's a long way to go to perfection. Here's what you told us with your collective voices. Talents seemed cool at first, but it costs too much glory to upgrade, and those upgrades aren't meaningful enough. The second thing, fix your shit! While you were focused on getting talents out the door, other aspects of the game experience felt neglected. Frame rates in Brawl game modes cratered on some devices, game crashes rose from nowhere, lag worsened. Players in Southeast Asia in particular have been screaming from the rooftops about these issues and others such as in-game chat stability, but they are not alone. And third, why? Matchmaker, why? I cry. Matchmaker having a sad, as Zekent would say. As we've said many times before, this game belongs to all of us, together. And when you speak with one voice, we will listen. As a result, we've scrapped our planned Update 2.7 release entirely and pushed back the release date. This will allow us to pour ourselves into these problem areas. All right, here are the concrete steps we're taking now. We just released Update 2.6.1 as an optional download. This update dramatically improves frame rates in Brawl game modes on devices that were struggling. Major network upgrades are coming. Local servers will roll out to public match modes beginning in Australia, and the difference in latency for players in Australia should be immediate and obvious. When we see that this technology is working and having the desired impact, we'll look to thereafter roll out the same capabilities throughout Southeast Asia, Europe, and the Eastern United States in the coming months. Algorithmic matchmaker improvements will take effect in Update 2.7, especially focused on improving duo queue matchmaking quality. This is specifically for duo queue. Essentially, the matchmaker will be much more picky about acceptable matchmaker pairings when placing a solo queuer with a duo party on each team. This follows our Update 2.6 matchmaker changes to make matchmaking overall more fair and shorten queue times when possible. Update 2.7 will now focus on quality of life improvements and talents rebalancing. This is a change from what we originally intended to do with Update 2.7. Included will be 2 of Southeast Asia's most reported pain points: in-game chat instability and match accept instability that's causing false LPQ warnings. All right, let's talk about the talents economy changes and glory refunds that are coming in Update 2.7. So we made talents glory-based because we wanted it to be a progression system for everyone. But based on the feedback we've received, players are hitting a brick wall on progress at early upgrade levels, especially those playing free. We want all players to be able to make meaningful progress and enjoy collecting hero upgrades, so we're altering the talents economy in Update 2.7 in players' favor and refunding glory to all players who acquire talents in the old economic model. And yes, some of you are now paying attention that I mentioned refunding glory to players. All right, the bottom line on that is if you spent glory to upgrade a talent, we'll refund you 100% of the difference between the old price and the much lower new price. These are substantial glory upgrade cost reductions that are coming. For example, if you upgraded a rare talent to level 5, you spent about 1,950 glory on it. Audiendris can check my math on that. With the reduced costs, you'll see a refund amount of 1,665 glory in Update 2.7. So you spent 1,950, you're gonna get 1,665 back. This is very substantial discounts in the glory costs for upgrading talents. We hope these cost reductions make talents much more accessible to all players and Brawl game modes more fun as a result. All right, let's talk about this talents rebalancing. You've told us that talents overall do not feel impactful enough, and if you don't feel the difference, why would you bother upgrading? We're taking that input and we're doing an overhaul of Talent's power on a talent-by-talent basis. We'll list all the changes in the Update 2.7 release notes, but the goal of this initiative is to ensure that if you obtain a talent, it will always feel worth using, and if you upgrade that talent, you'll always positively feel the difference. All right, meanwhile, work on 5v5 continues. While the Buttery, Smooth, and Talents teams are working on improvements to the things that we've been talking about, the 5v5 team is forging ahead. Internal playtesting on the gameplay side continues with iterations on map shape and layout. Meanwhile, Chainsaw's crew is developing the overall 5v5 art direction with concepts on turrets, monsters, and jungle camps, and all other things imaginable. In the weeks and months ahead, we'll be documenting this journey from concept to completion, taking the player community inside the lair and inside the thinking of the developers working on the project. I'm particularly excited to be getting some FaceTime with Ciderhelm. This will sometimes be as small as a tweet sneaking a photo out to you, or as large as a full video or dev interview on a 5v5 related topic. Along the way, we'll solicit your questions and interests for future installments of this project. Whether it's making brawl modes the most fun they can be, making service quality exceed your expectations, or making 5v5 the next incredible Vainglory experience, there's a lot more to look forward to this year, along, of course, with more heroes, more skins, and more super evil twists. With that, I'm Playoffbeard. We'll see you next update.